What's going on to all of my Leos out there? So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle up the cards for y'all. Let's get this reading. So hope y'all are having a great day. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, all that stuff. That way you can you can see whenever it is that my videos are live. I post often. Also too, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can see when I post often. That way you'll never miss an upload. So the cards that I come up with for the Leos are the Star. I'm using the Dragon Tarot, by the way. The Star, Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. The Six of Wands. Okay. The Eight of Swords. Wow. Four of Pentacles. Why do I keep coming up with these? The Sun. Okay, that's different. The Queen of Queen of Wands. Seven of Cups. Okay. The Ten of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Okay, that's different. Nice. Ace of Wands. I have the Page of Wands. Wow, would you look at that? Seven of Wands, and last but not least, I have the Emperor. So, what I'm seeing here for you Leos, right, is you have a Star card. The Star represents Aquarius. Aquarius is the exact opposite sign of Leo. So you have the Star, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So it seems to me as if some of you Leos may be interested in someone and you want someone to come up and talk to you. You want that particular person to say something to you. You know, the Queen of Pentacles represents the person that you want, that you think of the world of, right? You think the world of them, and you want them to actually, the Knight of Pentacles, you want them to come up to you and say something. So the thing is that the Six of Wands, okay, excuse me, the Six of Wands and the Eight of Swords represents how this is a situation where what's going on here is that you often find yourself where this person isn't necessarily speaking to you the way that they want, the way that you want them to. It seems to me as if you may already know this person. You may even be friends with this person. Or you may be friend of a friend, right? Six degrees of separation type of thing. And the Six of Wands and the Eight of Swords represents how you just want them to actually notice you. But see, here's the thing, Leo, that you may be missing. You have to actually implement that. You know, you have to actually go up to them and talk to them. Sometimes when, sometimes it's stuff like this when people come to me, they often talk about how it is that they like somebody, but they don't want to be the first one to make the first move. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but this is where it is that's going to hurt you, because again, everyone is playing games. Not everyone, but not everyone, because I want to get this right. Most people are playing games. People aren't mind readers. So this idea of, well, I'm too scared to say something, and I want the person to say something to me, but I'm just gonna wait around for the person to say something. I'm sorry to say this, right? But I have to be honest about this thing. What's going to happen is, if the person is really a strong individual, the way you see them as, right? If this person really does represent this Queen of Pentacles, right? This Knight of Pentacles, they're going to, if and when they do notice this about you, that you're interested in them, they're not going to talk to you in the way that you want, if they're really that strong, because they're going to see you as weak. And I'm going to explain why. Because it's the principle of, you like them for however long you like them, and they may not have necessarily noticed that you like them, or they may thought that you don't necessarily act the same way with them as you do with other people that you interact with, and they may have noticed that, but those people may not have necessarily noticed how deep the rabbit hole goes. So with that being said, once they find out, oh, this person kind of like me, if this person is really, truly, quote unquote, alpha, quote unquote, or really is it has that fire, really has guts, they're gonna, unfortunately, they're gonna see you as weak because you didn't have the guts to go over there and talk to them. You sat there and waited and was like, you're waiting for this person to talk to you. And not only, and to be honest with you, when you really think about it, not only does it exhibit a certain level of cowardice, it's also a certain level of manipulation that people wouldn't be necessary. People who really are on it, who really are going places, don't want to be, especially if they're upright, right, and they have integrity. They don't want to be around because let's just stop right here. Let's break it down, right? This is chess, not checkers. So why would someone want to be with someone who is too scared to open up their mouth and say what it is that they want, but at the same time can't just say what it is that they want straight out, but they have to manipulate the situation so much to the point where the person whom they're interacting with just can't stop manipulating or turning or twisting the situation when they're supposed to be a grown folk about this. So it looks crazy because it's like, if a person really was worth their salt, if a person really was worth the paper they're printed on, why would they want to be with someone who is constantly manipulating them and everyone they're around? So the Four of Pentacles now. So the Four of Pentacles, the Sun card, and the Queen of Wands represents how this person may have that kind of energy towards you, in the sense of they may notice that you, if they haven't done it already, they may notice that you're interested in them, and they may like you, but they may be waiting for you. They may be making moves, but they may also be waiting for you to say something. So it could be a person who does like you back, but is actually waiting for you, again, to muster up the guts to say something, because the Sun is Leo, and the Sun, right, and I'm doing a reading for Leos, but the Sun is also about you having to learn to be seen, muster up the heart, be seen, put yourself out there, right? What is the Sun? The Sun is an orb in the sky that's seen by our entire galaxy, or solar system, and it's the same thing. You're not going to get what it is that you want trying to do all this wishy-washy stuff if you just if the person, or you Leos, are just in the sky, starry at night, the moon out. Okay, you need to be the Sun about this. You need to be straightforward about what you want. And the Queen of Wands represents how this person may be very well interested in you, but you're never going to know for sure if you don't actually say something to them. And then the Eight of Cups represents how things started off well between you and this person, and the two of you do talk, it looks like, based upon further examination of these cards. But it seems to me as if even though that's the case, it's starting to wear on the other person, having to play this type of game with you where they may not necessarily think that this kind of relationship is going anywhere. And then you have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords represents how, if you Leos don't hurry, it seems to me as if you Leos may end up missing out on a good thing if this hasn't happened for you already. The Ten of Swords represents if you Leos don't go ahead and say something and muster up that heart, which is what Leo represents anyway. This person is planning on actually leaving the situation, because look at how these cards are behind the Queen of Wands, meaning this is the person's intention. This person wants to hang out with you, or there's a possibility, but you have to come at them like that Because all you're doing right now is essentially wasting their time. And the thing is that the Eight of Cups represents that they like talking to you, but the Ten of Swords represents that they're not going to sit around and wait for you Leos, or you Leos are not going to sit around and wait for the other person to figure it out. And be truthful to yourself. If you know good and well that this is you, then this is the situation that's going on with you, where you're not the one being the one that's straightforward. Be straightforward with that, because a lot of the times I realize that when people leave comments, it's always based upon them. This situation is always happening to them. They're always the ones on the receiving end in that sense. It's like, no, you people got to come to grips with you can't delude yourself, otherwise you're not going to fix your problems in love. People have to come to grips with the reality that sometimes you're the one being the jerk. We've all done it. I've done it. I take full accountability and responsibility for that type of stuff. But you cannot play yourself. If you know good and well that you're the one that needs to accept accountability for that, you need to speak up, regardless of who's watching this, right? So the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands now represent how, the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, you're going to get a chance to actually say to this person what you really think of them, and you have a shot. You're going to get a chance to have a shot. The Page of Wands represents what is it that you're going to do when you actually have the shot. Well, the Seven of Wands and the Emperor, right? The Seven of Wands and the Emperor represents when you Leos take this shot, you may actually get a favorable reply. This person may actually want to hang out with you just like you wanted to hang out with them. But again, you'll never know for certain if you don't ask. But the Emperor in general represents a person who isn't going to be a jerk. So it can also just as easily be, okay, it could also, because I'm waiting on the door, it can also just as easily be them having someone else, or them not necessarily seeing you like that, right? But them not being a jerk about it, and them not looking down on you or playing the game. So let's clarify the Emperor ancestors, right? I'm using the Voodoo Tarot ancestors. Non Boclau la Flambeau. This is in French, okay? Ogun Balindio, okay? To clarify the Emperor. This person wants the ancestors. This person very well wants the best for you, okay? And they may very well like you as well. The Nanan Flambeau, Ogun Balindio. This person may very well like you back. And it may surprise you how much they actually like you. So there is a very good chance, more often than not, this person feels the same way you do, right? This person is just willing to let it fly more than you Leos, because everybody thinks that Leo is super outgoing or whatnot. And Leo can be. But see, the thing about Leos, wink, wink, hint, hint to any of the cross watchers, Leo is kind of shy. Again, they don't want you to know that. But Leo is kind of shy. And that goes for both parties. So let's clarify the Star card. I got a lot going on. Simbi, Azaka la Flambeau, Aida Weirdo. To clarify the moon. No, not the moon, the star, excuse me. To clarify the Star card. You Leos, needing to have a little bit more fun with this interaction when you interact with these people who you like. What I'm seeing from Simbi, Azaka La Flambeau, and Ida Weirdo is, I know, right? This is the voodoo tarot that I'm clarifying with, right? So it is different. What I'm seeing here is that you're not necessarily having fun. Every time you come around this person, you're becoming cringy, you know what I mean? And I can definitely attest to that myself, where I've been in certain situations where I like the person so much. But this is right when I was younger. I liked the person so much to the point where, you know, I would freeze up because I'm trying to think of what to say that would fit the mood perfectly and things of this nature. And if you ask me, just go with it, right? You Leos, even though a lot of you Leos are really deep down shy, when you Leos genuinely spread light, it's a good thing because you spread a lot of light and you spread a lot of love. You know what I mean? You Leos lack what it is that Mercury babies lack, Gemini and Virgo, right? Which is the heart. A lot of the times when it comes to Geminis or Virgos, depending on how unevolved we are, because I am a Virgo, you can tend, and I'm speaking as a Virgo, right? You can tend to be heartless, where your heart isn't necessarily in something. And for you Leos, this is where the Leos absolutely shine in. It's the idea that when you do something for another person, it's because you wanted to, and it's real. And it's the same situation that you just have to learn to do. You just have to learn to let your hair down and stop every time you come around this person getting awkward, because Leos will do that, right? Leos are more scientific than what they're given credit for. But you have to stop being a dweeb, you know what I mean? And what I mean by that is that stop like getting nervous and stuff like this when this person comes around. If this person wants to give you a compliment or something like this, then it's a-okay. It doesn't, you know what I mean? You don't have to start being like, oh, you can't believe this person gave you a compliment and things of this. Just go with it, okay? Say what it is that you have to say to them, right? You're getting every opportunity in the world to be with the people that you want to be with. It doesn't make any kind of sense, you know? And it's the same situation that goes on with me, or used to go on, because I'm out of the dating game for good. I'm done. That's a whole other story. I hung up my hat on that. I don't see the value in it anymore, me personally, right? I see the value in other people getting love and getting there, but love has been so difficult for me. I don't even really want it anymore. I see it as an obstacle, to be perfectly honest with you. But even the same situation for me, when I've observed how certain people may have liked me and stuff like this, and I'm getting to know them, right? And how they won't say it. They're expecting me to go ahead and whatchamacallit, and make the first step. Well, again, I don't have to necessarily make the first step all the time. Now, sometimes I will, right? I've done it twice within the past 2 months. I've done it twice, made the first move, but that's the thing. Like, when I observe that a person is interested in stuff like this, I'm not necessarily immediately interested in what kind of bedroom fun that we can have. My first immediate idea, right, is of course the looks, but then even more so, even more powerfully after that is the value of the person who I'm getting to know. So when I interact with these individuals, I don't necessarily know whether or not I'm going to end up having bedroom fun with them. I'm really trying to get to know them one step after the other. The bedroom fun I know is going to come automatically. It's just the natural course of things, especially if you're getting to know a person like that. But again, you're trying to get to know these individuals on a friendship level. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, let's clarify the star card. No, excuse me, not the star, the sun card. But when I observe, oh yeah, now I remember. But when I observe these individuals who act like this, I essentially just kind of observe them, because it's like, you know, this stuff is not going to do damage to you. You know what I mean? Like the self-imposed isolation and prison in the box that people put themselves in is really ridiculous, because it's like, it's this idea of, if this person says that they're interested in another person, then somehow they lose some sort of gain. And if and regardless of who you are, right? If that's the idea that you have, if that's the ideology that you keep with you, you are the loser in that sense, because the dating game was not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be fun, right? I understand how it is, but the dating game is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a game, but played seriously, right? You're supposed to have fun while get to know people, right? As well as getting to know yourself, as well as making very wise and astute decisions. That's the whole point of it. And now you have people out here essentially who is playing a game, right? Thinking that whoever says to the other person that they're interested and comes straight out and tell the person that they're interested loses some sort of game. That's idiotic. So to clarify the sun card, we have La Place, World Egg, and Jaguar, which means that you Leo's got the World Egg, which is the Fool. So it means that you have to start on this new journey. You know what I mean? You got to let this person know that you're interested. Otherwise, there's really no point in this type of stuff in the first place. Following along to what it is, the guidelines of what I was talking about in the reading, the person is ultimately just going to go ahead and get bored of the situation because they know that you're interested in them. But it's not that they're going to get bored because you're interested. They're going to get bored because you won't say that and you won't actually get anything started, right? And that's a whole other video in on itself that I could go into. But you're not going to get very much success if you just keep your mouth shut, Leos. You're going to have to actually say something and get over the shy joint. You know what I mean? I can be shy myself as a Virgo, as you see me outgoing on here. But I put myself in that situation where I cannot be. And I find myself where once I start hanging out, it's all good. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, doing all three of those things, as well as hitting the notification button and setting the notification button to all will help this channel to grow. You know, right now, YouTube is trying to punish me, you know, on the views and subs and stuff like this because it keeps jumping up and down and whatnot. But comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.